Hello, guys. Welcome to Daddy and the Don. Welcome to Daddy and the Don. We're back here for another live Week 9 Premier League predictions and previews. As you can see, I've got a group of guests with me again. The usual lot are back after a few weeks off. Next to me, Brentford fan Jay. You all right, mate?
Hey, Dan, you all right? Oh, a few weeks off. You've had months off.
I did a show a couple of weeks ago where you kept coming in and out because you look like you were out with the missus. Yeah. Oh, not now, is he? Next to him, he was on the last show, Mr. Reliable. Only thing wrong with him, he sports fucking the scum. It's Luke.
Yeah, I'm sure you won't be happy at the end of this weekend either.
How are you, mate? You all right?
All good.
Below me, fellow Gooner from KDB Sports, the YouTube channel. Thanks for coming back on. I really appreciate it. It's Carl. You all right, mate?
Yeah, I'm good, mate. I'm good. Fine. We managed to fucking get this week out of the way. The glorified shit show that is Nations League is a fucking travesty. We got proper football back, so bring it on.
Yeah. And finally, someone's got a sport leads, and that person's Jordan. Hello, Jordan.
You're right, mate. Yeah, can't wait for you three to just tear shreds out of each other when we get to the North London derby. I'm looking forward to that one.
Well, talking to North London derby, we're going to start with that. I know there's a Manchester derby, but for me, this is the game of the weekend. I just think this is one of the best looking North London derbies in a long time. Both teams are doing really well. I'll start with the opposition. I'll go to you first, Luke. Both teams have had a great start to the season. Obviously, Tottenham are unbeaten, even though people will say they haven't played as well. How confident are you going into this game that you can get all 3 points?
I think, to be honest, I think to say going for the 3 points is a big shout. It's such a difficult game for us. Arsenal always step up, no matter how they've been playing in the season. They always seem to turn up. I know, particularly at home, but it seems to be a case of whoever's at home has the advantage, and in more recent years comes away with a win. But I think it's a strange decision going for an early kickoff on a Saturday. I think that was a bit of a weird choice. So hopefully that doesn't dampen things. But I think we're in a good position. Like you say, we haven't really performed. We'll have to see, how we come into it, how we play. But at the end of the day, the only thing that matters is the result.
And just going on to Son, obviously, he dropped last game, comes on, gets 15-minute hat-trick, was it? 20-minute hat-trick. Will he continue that form? Is this the perfect time now for him to get into gear, or do you think he might stick with the same three that played against Leicester who started?
Well, Kulusevski's a doubt. He's got a muscle problem, so he's a doubt going into it. So it's unlikely he'll start. So I would imagine it would be Kane, Son and Richarlison. I think being dropped is what he needed against Leicester. He realised he needed to get his arse into gear, and obviously he came away with those 3 goals. So he should have all the confidence in the world. He also scored on international duty. So yeah, he's got momentum now, and yeah, hopefully he performs.
Carl, I'll go to you, mate. Obviously, optimism this season's gone up. We've had a great start, apart from a loss to Man United. We normally do very well against Tottenham at home. So, will this be any different? Do you think, even though they are a good side, if we show up at home with the fans, we can take the all 3 points here?
It seems to be going home field advantage every time that we play Spurs. So whether when it gets played at the Emirates, Arsenal beat Tottenham. When it goes to Shite Hart Lane or whatever the new ceramic toilet bowl arena is nowadays, they beat us.
Marble, mate.
I'm going to that fucking Taj Mahal shit place on Sunday, so anyway.
It's reasonably priced. So you should be able to down your sorrows for a relative price.
Yeah.
No. The thing I've got is losing to United. It's going to bring up the same narrative with us. Can we beat the big teams? When it comes to Tottenham, we always seem to bring our A++ game when we play Tottenham at the Emirates or at Highbury. We always did that. I expect no different We know that Thomas Partey and Kieran Tierney are going to be fit. They are going to be good to go for about an hour until they disintegrate into a pile of ash. But yeah, I've got confidence that Arsenal can still get the job done against Tottenham this weekend. I mean, the problem I have myself is Richarlison is one of those players who he's a bit like a Diego Costa type of player. He is a fucking pain in the ass to deal with, and he will get under your skin.
And I think he will thrive in
he'll,
Derby as well.
But he will get 1 or 2 goals when he needs to. And Son, I mean, he loves playing against us. Son loves playing against us for some reason. But Tottenham have been Arsenal at our place since 2010. It's been well over 12 years. I don't see that changing anytime soon.
And just on the game, Carl, do you reckon this will be a very open game? Do you think both teams will go for the win, or do you think Tottenham might be a bit more cautious?
I think both teams will go hell for leather right at the start. I really do. That this is a North London derby. You don't go to a North London derby and play cagey football. There's going to be some rough challenges going in. There's going to be some. We're hopefully going to see some old-fashioned style of football played, but there will be goals in this game. There will be. I think it will be a very high-scoring game. It's just going to be a case of which defense is going to be able to make decent stops in order for the attack not to go through. And both back fours of Arsenal and Spurs are very good, or back three of Spurs, whichever formation that Spurs play nowadays. It's usually a 3-5-2 or something along those lines. But no, it's going to be a good game. But under no illusions am I going to pat Tottenham on the back if they go and beat us or they take a draw against us, because guess what? You get no sympathy out of me. When it's North London Derby Day, I am the most fucking abusive person in the world. The most hostile prick you've ever met in your life. So, yeah.
I'll go back to you both in a minute. I'll get a few neutral points. Jay, I'll go to you first. Obviously, Brentford last time out played Arsenal. Arsenal that good, or was it because you were bad? And regarding this game, who do you think has the advantage?
I think it was a mixture of both when we played. Like you were just good on the day. We were a bit shitty, so yeah. But yeah, you and Tottenham, I think like 1 point difference or whatever it is, and Tottenham have been a bit underwhelming, but getting results, which I think is kind of an Italian manager way. So there's more to come from Tottenham, definitely, especially with Son getting a hat-trick and kind of not being on form, but obviously them still getting results, which means that the depth that they've bought in the summer is working in a way. I've been super impressed with Richarlison. So I think he's kind of proved me a little bit wrong that he can step up when there's better players around him. So yeah, full of praise for Tottenham and Arsenal. But yeah, it'll be a very good game. I think it'll be a draw, to be honest. But yeah, you know what the North London derby's like, so...
Jordan, another neutral opinion here. What have you thought of both teams so far this season? And again, is this a nail-on draw? Or can you see a winner here?
I think Spurs have not set the world alight this season, but they're doing what they need to do. They're winning the games, professional manner, and I do think they're going to push for second, because I think we all probably pretty much agreed City aren't going to get stopped this season. So yeah, I would expect Spurs to finish at least top three. Arsenal on the other hand, I mean, no one knows what to make of them, do they? Really, they're so Jekyll and Hyde. But North London Derby Day, it's always a good game. It's always enjoyable for a neutral to just watch that game unfold, because there's usually goals. Crazy score like 5-3, 4-2, all kinds of mental scorelines in the recent history of this fixture. So, yeah, I mean, I would expect it to be fairly low scoring by North London Derby standards, but I think Spurs are going to win. Sorry, Graham. Sorry, Carl, but I think Spurs will win this 2-1, 2-0, something like that.
Okay. Hope Jason Tatum tears his ACL.
I thought Carl, you supported the Celtics last season, mate. What's happened?
I'm joking.
I'll go to Oris. Thanks for coming back on. You were late, by the way. And, just regarding this game, obviously, I know your focus is on the Manchester derby, which we'll get to. But who do you see taking the win here? Is this the game of the weekend, do you reckon, or do you think it is the Manchester derby?
No. There's a bigger derby on Sunday for that. For me,
I think so. Carry on.
For me, I think I don't think no one will win this game. I think it'll be a draw. I think it'll be 2-2 for me. Obviously, Arsenal this season for me, they have impressed me. Obviously, with their start attacking football from the Arteta. Fortunately, that style of football wasn't the same against us. But no, they have been decent this season. Same with Tottenham. I mean, for me with Tottenham, results was all they care about for them, rather than the style of football they've been playing. But Spurs, I don't think they've lost this season. Both teams are on form. And I do think it'll be a draw, to be fair. I know the record at Emirates. I think you guys have beaten them for like almost 10 years or more longer. So the record is there is a record, but I think Spurs will destroy that and get a draw from it. Obviously, last season was different because it was under Nuno, but now they've got a proper manager with Conte. I think it'll be a 2-2 for me.
Okay, before I go to get final predictions from the others, I'll just go back to the two supporters of the teams. Obviously, Luke, I'll go back to you, mate. Where can Tottenham get success in this game? Where do you target Arsenal?
Well, I think if it's difficult to say, really. I mean, obviously, Conte likes the width. Whether he goes for Perisic on the right and Sessegnon on the left again, or whether he wants to try and shore it up with Emerson, that might close off that right side a little bit more. But I do think, I believe Tierney's out, is he not?
No.
Is he? Oh, no, he is playing.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, he does like to get forward a little bit. There might be some space in there. At the end of the day, it's going to be down the flanks. It's going to be if Ben White's playing. He's done well this season, but he's not a natural right back. If you get that overlap down the left and you get him in two minds, it might just open things up. And with, I would imagine, Kane and Richarlison on the end of a ball from Sessegnon or Son, or Perisic, say, depending on whether he goes for Emerson. I think that's a very dangerous situation for Arsenal.
Carl, same question. Where can we expose Tottenham? Where's the point we need to target?
I would probably say first things first. If I'm going to go defensive side, and that's how to try and stop Harry Kane, because I think if you leave him to go one-on-one with freaking Ramsdale, he's going to put the ball on the back of the net. He's one of the most lethal strikers in the world, but he does also know how to play deep as well. And I think we need to shut off the channels where he can just spread the ball out to Son, Richarlison, Sessegnon. We need to try and contain Kane as much as we can. Going forward, this is all about pace at the end of the day. Saka will start, but I want to see him go one-on-one with Perisic. Perisic is in his 30s now, but Saka is still a young whippersnapper. He's got the speed to get past him. If you get past Perisic, I think that back three can be had. Also, as well, Spurs play a back three. They might not be able to control the midfield as much. You look at Granit Xhaka, who I've slated on this channel numerous amount of times last season. This season, he's a complete changed man. He's actually performing very, very good. And with Thomas Partey hopefully playing as well, that would also help solidify in front of the back four as well. I think for me, I think Odegaard will be playing, but this is a game I'm looking at Odegaard where you really, really need to step up now. You're meant to be our playmaker, our number 10 now. I want to see that ball being sprinkled around all over the place. I really do. Because, Pablo Vieira, who started the game, scored an absolute worldie. It actually looked quite decent. So, we just got to go for the jugular, go straight on the attack. And As soon as you go 1-0 up, do not take your foot off gas. Don't go and sit 10 men behind the ball and try and play a counter attack. Just keep on going. Just keep on going, because this is gonna be a long game to watch, but it's gonna be an exciting one nonetheless.
Just to add on, I agree about the comment about midfield. If you look at the games that we've struggled in most this season, is where we've been overrunning the midfield. I think that is mainly where the game's won and lost. I don't think Conte is going to go with three in the middle. I think he's going to stick with the 3-4-3. Sorry, and if you can press with Højbjerg and Basuma and Bentancur, that leaves us in all sorts of problems. So I do think that's an area that for Arsenal they should target, because that is where we've struggled this season.
I've already got a prediction from Jordan and Norris, so I'll get the rest now. Jay, what do you think the score will be?
Yeah, I think it's a draw, to be honest. I think it's 1-1.
Okay. Luke, what do you think the score will be?
Well, I can't go against Spurs. I'm going to go for a 2-1, but I'll be more than happy with a draw.
Carl?
3-1 Arsenal.
Yeah, I'm going Arsenal as well. I'll say 2-1. But I wouldn't be surprised any result. It's one of those games where it's a game where anyone can beat anyone. So let's just keep an eye on it. It'd be entertaining. There'll definitely be goals.
I think if we get a draw, it's a better result for us than it is for you at the end of the day.
Anyway, we'll move on to a bit of comedy. I don't care what anyone says about Man United. This is going to be fun, because I'll just say Man United played well against us. They played well against Liverpool, but they were very average in the other two games. I think Man City come out here to play, and I think they make a statement. But that's my opinion. Could be other ones here. Oris, how confident are you of getting anything from this, or is this just a free hit because of how good City are?
No, I think I'm backing the boys. I'm actually confident for this game. I think we'll win. I think we'll win 2-1.
What makes you confident? Tell me what makes you confident. Winning 4 games in a row is deluding your mind.
They can say Haaland this and that. For me, it's the record.
Haaland, Man City are just a better side, though, aren't they?
He's not going to admit it. He's not going to admit it. He's a United fan. Come on, that's just a cheap shot.
Form goes out the window in Manchester derbies, and we've seen it. It's clear. Under Ole, we've beaten them, even though we were terrible. We still beat them. So take out form out the window. Form goes out the window. I think with under Eric Ten Hag and under the way we are playing and the way our defense is solid, back four solid, midfield, I'm still concerned because McTominay not gonna get overhyped. He can still upset the United fans, even though he's been I don't know what he's been taking McTominay, but he's just been good. He's been good, McTominay, because he busted midfield against Arsenal, so that tells you, right? For me, I've seen reports about Rashford injury. I think it's mind games from Ten Hag. I think he will start on Sunday, and I just think Martinez will have Haaland in his pocket for me.
No, I think Haaland's going to absolutely bum him, mate. Unfortunately.
Yeah, I think Martinez
has been. Yeah, no. Haaland.
Martinez literally fits in Haaland's pocket.
Yeah, literally. I will go back to you, Oris. I will come back because I'm loving this. Jordan, I know you're a big fan of City. I know you think they're going to win the league. Do you agree with Oris? Do you disagree with Oris?
I mean, I don't even know how to start. Before I answer that, Graham, I will just say, because Luke actually reminded me of this when he was on about the North London derby. The kickoff time for this game again seems a bit weird. Why is it at 2:00? I don't know. You would think it would be on the 4:30, the feature game on Sunday, but for some reason
it is, isn't it?
Not what
I don't like getting them too pissed. You can't have too long to drink.
2:00. So they decided to put a shit team on at 4:30. Leeds, I think they're called.
Yeah, but they got to get back in because of their tags.
Yeah. Anyway, Jordan, you carry on, mate. We'll carry on because I want to hear if you agree with Boris or not, and I'm pretty certain.
Put the Leeds Man United old rivalry.
It's going to be the latter.
Man, it doesn't matter how rival. You don't have to be biased about this. City are they're just a different beast this season. They were already good before, but I just think the Haaland factor just on its own, without taking into account of the rest of the team, Man United might like to kid themselves at the minute and think that the defense is solid, but he's going to rip them to shreds on Sunday. There's no way that you can put a 5'2" or however tall he is. He's tiny. There's no way he will be. He cannot deal with the physicality.
That's about your pace, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
There's no way he can deal with the physicality of him, and we'll see. We'll see it on Sunday. I know Orist is loving it because he's like, "Yeah, I'm going to keep these receipts, mate. You ain't ever going to cash this check. No way. There is no way that he doesn't score at least."
There was the same energy when we played Liverpool, and what happened after that. So
Liverpool don't have a Haaland in the team.
Yeah,
doesn't matter. Yeah. All I was saying is Salah this and that. For me, I'm not scared of Haaland, man. It's fine. Haaland talk is fine.
Have you seen his face?
I'm not worried about him. I know he said in his first interview he would love to play United. Yeah, he said it because his dad got the injury with his dad, so obviously he's gonna say Man United. But I'm not scared of Haaland. I think he'll go quiet on Sunday. I'm certain he'll go quiet.
Graham, please clip this. Clip all.
Yeah,
of
I will. I'll clip it. It's all clipped. Jay, I'll go to you, mate. Do you understand why Goris is backing his team? Do you see them getting a chance, or because they've had unbeaten them four wins in a row? Is that been covering the cracks for United, and are they going to get shown up here?
Firstly, Wagwan, Norris. What are you saying, man? I haven't spoke to you since we beat you 4-0. What are you saying?
Well, that's why I haven't been invited since. But yeah,
what was it? 4-0. Oh, okay, I'm cool. Anyway, look, I can understand Norris's optimism. United are playing a lot better than they were in the first two games when they got their pants pulled down at home and then lost to us 4-0. But no, I can definitely see his optimism, and like I don't think people have Haaland in their pocket. Like you've seen by his touch stats that he don't touch the ball. He's just a fucking goal scorer. Do you know what I mean? So, and he makes intelligent runs even though he doesn't get a ball. So I think he's just a different beast. So I don't think he's like other strikers. Do you know what I mean? And also Man City aren't a one-trick pony at all. Like, and they're at home. I think everything is just in Man City's favour. United are going to get a little bit shown up, maybe a 3 or 4-0 to be honest, and that might be being generous. Do you know what I mean? And Varane's a very good player, but he's old. Don't rate their fullbacks, even though Man United love them. So I think they've got weaknesses where City can exploit.
Yeah, Luke, what do you reckon, mate? Any different to what the others have said, or do you think Man United have a chance here?
I can understand optimism, but
thank you, Rafa.
Listen, I can go in on you. Don't you start, because I'll tell you a fucking new one.
Welcome to the show, everyone.
It's not happening, is it? It's not going to happen. I mean, City are just they're far too good. Martinez, he's not even up to fucking Haaland's waistband. It's just not going to happen. It's not going to happen. And I hope it's a Tonkin. I hope Man United get fucking stuffed.
What about you, Matt Money? Do you agree with Boris, or are you with the rest of us?
Okay, Haaland is a beast. Before the season started, I was in the minority of most people turn around and say Haaland's going to beast. He's going to actually do some destructive things. I was like, pump the brakes a little bit here because he's come from the Bundesliga, coming to the Premier League. Let's just see how he does. And fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. He's just ridiculous. Here's the way how he just reads the game. It's his awareness where he needs to be. His positional awareness is absolutely fantastic. It's something I haven't seen from a striker from a very, very long time. Probably since Didier Drogba, if I'm absolutely honest with you. With United, I think they're going to have to do the same game plan as what they had when they played Arsenal. And that was not have as much possession as possible. But when you have a chance to hit the counter-attack, when City do decide to play a high line, you hit them on the counter immediately. I think that's what Man United are going to have to do this game. They're going to have to soak up a lot of pressure. at least you ain't got Harry Maguire in the squad. So that's a bonus for you. But you got Martinez and Valverde, and sorry, I've forgotten your other defender name now. I'm on a brain. Varane, thank you very much. And they're going to be critical. Yeah, they're going to try and be. They've got to be up against it today. I think it's going to be a struggle for United. I still think City would win, but everyone's saying it's going to be a blowout. I don't think it's going to be a blowout. I think this is it. This is a Manchester derby. I'm probably going to say City win. I'm probably going to say City win. I'll probably say same scoreline as the Arsenal Spurs game. I'll probably say 3-1 City. I think United will get a goal, but I think they instead of letting the women and children get absolutely violated, I actually think that they will actually put up a fight.
Oris, after this game, you're going to wish you still had your fringe because you ain't going to want to show your face.
Listen, I'll turn up, lose, win or draw.
Oris, all serious, mate. Obviously, you're backing your team. There's nothing wrong with that. And, you're going to go with optimism. If United do get something from here, what do they need to do in the set? How do they play and who do they target? What's the plan? What's the game plan?
For me, target, I think whether Rashford plays or not, if he does, I think he needs to target Kyle Walker for me. I don't know if you guys seen it. I know it's England, Nation League, whatever, but I think the goal conceded against Italy, that was Kyle Walker's fault. So early, I think Kyle Walker's not good. So I think we need to target their fullbacks. I just think City's defense. I think it's been sloppy this season. I don't know about you guys, but I just don't think.
I think that's a fair comment.
Yeah, I think it's been sloppy for me. Diaz, I'm not sure if he's the same, but for me, I think target. We just need pace, man. Just target the fullbacks, target that defense. Obviously, John Stones is out, so I think they'll most likely be a Kanji. I don't think he's made the Premier League start yet. So if I'm wrong, but
start of the last game.
Start of the last game.
Oh, okay, yeah, fair enough then. So we just need to target that. Midfield, listen, McTominay against De Bruyne, I'm not going to say anything like that. Defense, as I said, target the fullbacks. The attack, I can't say just to only target Haaland. We need to target others. It's not. I just hope that Ten Hag doesn't say to defense, focus on Haaland, because we need to focus on others, because it's important to understand. It's not only Haaland, because they've got Foden, they've got Grealish. I think Grealish was last season he turned up against us, so he might turn up again. So we need to target others, not just Haaland. So for me, as I said, fullbacks from City, we need to target that for me.
Thank you, Horace. I'll get your score prediction in a minute. I'll go through quickly around the rest. I know Carl said 3-1. Jordan, what's the score going to be here, mate?
4-0 City, at least.
Jay?
Yeah, I think 3-0.
Luke?
5.
No, do you know what? I'm going to say 2-0 City. 2 goals in the second half. And Horace, what do you reckon, mate?
2-1 United.
We can all say that, but you're supporting your team. So fair play. Let's see. Listen, it's going to be a good game. But if City get a goal early, then you could be in trouble.
Oris, I will back you up, to be fair. If there is one weak link in that team, it's been Walker all season. It's not just been for England. He's been rubbish all season.
Yeah,
So,
I think he's lost it a bit.
Like, don't get me wrong, you're not going to outrun him because he's still quick, but you can beat him in the air. He keeps stepping up, missing headers, and he's made a couple of mistakes like that. So yeah, I will agree with you on that.
Okay, before we move to Brentford or Leeds, we're just going to briefly talk about Chelsea-Liverpool. I don't need to talk much here, just both games. I'll go to each one of you. So Palace versus Chelsea. Obviously, Phil's a Palace fan, someone's got to be. And Liverpool versus Brighton. Two big sides. Both need a bit of form. So I'll start with you, Jay. What's the score predictions for both these games?
Oh, a score, I don't know. Palace don't like losing, do they? They draw a lot. So I think Chelsea's a tough game. So I can see a 1-1 Chelsea-Palace. Or maybe Palace nick it, because I think, I don't know about Chelsea at the moment. Don't get me wrong, it's still a great side. And Liverpool-Brighton, we'll have to see how they'll play without Potter. Obviously, you don't normally see the effects until maybe a month or two down the line. Liverpool been a bit ropey So yeah, I don't know. Maybe another draw, but probably Liverpool win. 2-1 Liverpool.
Fair enough, Luke.
Palace haven't been at their best this season. They've been struggling. I think they missed Gallagher. Chelsea's still in that unknown stage. Maybe that might even be a 0-0 draw. I'll go for a 0-0 draw on that because that's a bit of an unknown. Liverpool Brighton. You would expect Liverpool to win. Brighton have had a good start, but obviously now without their fantastic manager. I would expect the Liverpool win there. That should be an easy win, 2-0.
Jordan, what do you reckon score prediction for these two games?
Yeah, I'm kind of with the boys on this. I think Chelsea Palace is going to be a draw. I think Chelsea will boss the game, but we'll go 1-0. Or they'll do what they did against Everton, and Palace will nick a sloppy goal or just get a scrappy goal late on, I think. Liverpool Brighton. I think Brighton might be a bit shell shocked because I don't think they weren't expecting Potter to go at this stage. So I think they might get beat 3. I'm going to say Liverpool 3-1. I still think Liverpool are going to concede because the defence looks ropey, but yeah, I think they'll get the business done.
Carl?
Yeah, the term of the manager with a bounce back effect, I think will happen this time around. I'm probably going to say Chelsea beat Palace 2-0. Liverpool Brighton, yeah, Graham Potter pretty much ran the show of that team. I mean, I don't know what kind of team we're going to be seeing when they play against Liverpool, but Liverpool finally got out of their funk at long last when they absolutely destroyed Bournemouth. They needed that. They needed a tin can to kick in order for them to get their season up and running. I think Liverpool win this. 4-0.
Oris?
Palace Chelsea, I'm going to go with 2 on Chelsea. I think Potter understands that he needs to win that because first game he didn't win. I think he drew. Chelsea 2-1. Liverpool Brighton, obviously, new Brighton's manager, De Zerbi, whatever his name is, first game. But although I still think Liverpool should win this, and I think they will. 2-0 Liverpool for me.
Yeah, I'm saying Palace 2-0. Fuck you, Potter. I'm saying Liverpool 4-0. Fuck you, Brighton. Simple as. Move on. It's perfect for me.
The scumbags.
So we're going to get down to Leeds versus Aston Villa, and we will finish with Brentford, Bournemouth. Jordan, so obviously I believe last time out was a loss against Brentford. We didn't play the last round of fixtures, that was postponed. Before we get into this game, how have you rated your season so far overall?
You're on mute.
It's too early to tell, really, mate, because obviously we've played 2 games less than most other teams. One game, because we missed, obviously, when they all got postponed, and then the week after that, when some went ahead and some didn't, we also missed that one. So, yeah, it's been a little bit difficult to work out. I think we've definitely improved in midfield, which was where we were really lacking last season. We've got, obviously, Rocker and Adams that have been, they've not been mentioned, which for me, that's only a good thing for a central defensive midfielder. When they don't get talked about, they're obviously doing the job properly. I mean, yeah, so that's all I'd say, Graham. I won't know for sure until another 2 or 3 games, but there is promise there that I can see. I've been to 3 of the games this season, so I've seen the whole 90 minutes up close, and I've been able to get a feel for how the team's going to play now that Marsh has really got a chance to put his authority onto the team. So, yeah, I think it is looking promising. But, yeah, I mean, Sinistera as well for Colombia, 3 goals in 2 games. He's got 2 in 3 for us as well this season in the league. So, hopefully he's going to be the heir to Rafinha, and that's not going to be too big of an issue as many people thought it was going to be. So
regarding, obviously, Aston Villa, they've not had the greatest start. They're just about getting over the line when they do win. At home, against a team that are struggling, do you think this is a perfect opportunity to put performance and a result here?
It's one of those games that I never like as a Leeds fan, because it's a game that there's not necessarily all the pressure in the world on it, because I think when that is the case, we do tend to do quite well, like we did obviously against Brentford last season. But when it's a game like this where it's sort of like, oh yeah, we could do with winning this, there is quite an emphasis on this because it's at home, like you said, against a team that's out of form, managers under pressure, team's not performing well. You've got to punish him. But it was the same thing against Everton the other week, and we didn't. And we could have lost that game, and it was a game that we really easily could have won. So I'm not jumping up and down thinking, come on, this is a great chance. But if we do win, it will be a good win, I think, for the team. And I mean, what better Sunday? Get to see Man U get clapped by City, and then hopefully get to see us beat Villa.
And just on Villa quickly, Jordan. Do you think time was running up for Gerrard? I know they got a win last time out, but is he just delaying the ultimate?
The thing for me with it was it all started when, for me, I mean, I might be wrong, but I thought it all started when I saw a tweet and a thing on Facebook that went fairly viral that Bet365 of all people put on, where it was Gerrard's win success rate, and it was like 35% or something like that. And everyone was like, oh my God, that's terrible. But if you look at teams around them in the league, their managers have a very similar win rate. So I think it's been blown out of proportion slightly, but he's definitely not been doing, I don't think anyway, he's not been doing the best job of this team. The owners have invested a lot of money into the side. They're expecting results, and I wouldn't blame them if they think we could probably get someone in that's going to do a better job than he's doing right now.
Luke, I'll go to you. Just on Villa again, that's a very good side on paper. And is he severely underachieving with this team?
Yeah, I don't think he's doing fantastically. Obviously, his assistant manager's now gone to QPR. From what I understand, he did have a lot of input into the team. So now we're getting maybe a bit more of a glimpse of Gerrard sort of going solo, if you like. And I don't think he's playing well. I don't think that they're playing very good football. I think as a Villa fan, can only really be disappointed. I don't think there's anything really that redeems them in that respect. So if I was a Villa fan watching that, I wouldn't be very happy, especially given the football that we know they're capable of playing. Obviously, they've lost a couple of players here and there, but at the same time, they've made some very good acquisitions. So you would expect with the talent they have to do a lot better, I think.
Jay, I'll go to you. Just on Leeds, do they need to target Tyrone Mings if he plays because he's shit?
Firstly, another hello, Jordan. You right? Another team we actually fucked in the arse this season so far. But for real. I totally agree when Jordan was saying that Leeds looked good. There were large portions of the game where they passed it very well through the middle. Just we couldn't get near them, and they were a definite threat. And I think partly decisions, partly just some of how it is on the day. That's football.
To be fair, Jay, I think our defending was atrocious on the day.
Yeah, it was. Do you know what I mean? But definitely Tyrone Mings. I totally agree with Luke. I think Gerrard. He kind of, I've heard from like interviews, he kind of saying like, oh, the players have got to step up, not like we've got to do better. So like he's kind of trying to put the blame on them, and like I don't think he's intentionally doing it, but I think it's his Scouse head, like Liverpool, because he played for Liverpool. Like if you play for Liverpool, like you've got to give your heart and soul. Like I'm a Scouser, blah blah, and he's kind of probably expecting that for players that play for Villa, and it's a bit like. It's not quite like that here. Do you know what I mean? He's kind of expecting heart and soul, and he has to instill that, not be a prick. And I don't really like him, to be honest. I do rate Lampard over him. Obviously, he was a great player, but yeah, I think he's a shit manager. I think he's having been bad results since the end of last season. Obviously, managers around him are going to have the same percentage of wins and that because they're around him. But I mean, you have to look at the money they've spent and the players in that squad and. Like Jordan said, he's not getting the best out of them. So I can only see a Leeds win here.
Thank you, Jay. I'll go to Jordan and Cole. I'll go to you next, Jordan. Not Jordan, sorry. I mean, Oris. Sorry, Oris. Oris, obviously, after you get spanked, this game's on. So you're going to watch this one or are you going to be crying in the corner?
Nah, I'm not watching Leeds.
What do you think of the game, though? Seriously.
Yeah. In all seriousness, I think Leeds will win this game. That's the real of the season. Haven't been it for me. Then Gerrard, scumbag. He's not it for me, man. He's not it. Leeds, they'll win. Jordan can keep him hyping up. Whatever that winger is called, whatever his name is. But it's fine because we'll spank you twice, as always, this season. You're lucky that they cancelled the Leeds game. Don't lie, Jordan.
Graham, did you know something? Man U, they've only won one trophy in the last, 8-9 years, and it's the We Beat
Why
Leeds.
is the History Channel now?
The We Beat Leeds Cup, mate. That's all you can win.
Carl, I'll go to Carl. Carl, do you reckon everyone thinks that Leeds probably should win this, but do you reckon this could be a draw? Do you think this could be a tight game, or do you think it'll be an open game?
I think it'll be an open game, but I think Leeds do get the job done. I've just got no trust in Gerrard at all. I know Jordan turned to say being blown out of proportion with all Gerrard's stat. Here's a stat for you. Gary Neville got fired with a better win percentage at Valencia than Gerrard does right now with Villa.
Yeah, but the team's a lot.
Neville
We won't get talked about because he's a Lobo legend. That's
and
why.
Neville wasn't very. He's a legend, but he wasn't very good at Valencia.
Yeah.
Have we seen the manager again? No, we have not.
No, I'm talking about Gerrard. He's not
Gerrard,
mentioned
talking
enough
about
because he's a legend at Liverpool, and the fact that he stares at Everton fans, it won't get talked about for me.
I'll get a score prediction. I'll start with. I don't know if you gave it, but what was your score prediction for this? 2-0, did you say?
Who, me?
Oris.
Yeah, 2-0 for Leeds.
Carl, what do you reckon, mate?
2-1 Leeds.
What?
Yeah, Jay.
You keep going cold and not cold, like deaf or not. Is Bamford back, Luke? Jord?
No, mate, no. Well, we don't know. He played in the under 23s last weekend, so I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a big score for Leeds. I think 3-0, to be honest.
Yeah, I'd go for a 2-0.
I love that comment. Jordan, first off, is that true? Second off, what's the score going to be, mate?
No, it's not true. We don't get bullshit every game. But yeah, I always feel shaky about predicting our results. But I think if we're going to win, it'll be 3-1. We're definitely going to concede. I think that's out of the question. As soon as I see Diego Llorente on that score sheet, I'm putting money. I'm going to put my house on both teams to score because Jesus Christ.
In fairness, that's not a lot in Leeds.
I'm going to say 2-2, actually. I'll just go draw because everyone said Leeds. But I wouldn't be surprised if Leeds win because I think Leeds are a better side this year. I think I said at the start of the year that we'd be better. I think they've got a better squad, and where they've improved is the midfield. They've got a better midfield now. We'll move on to the last prediction, and then we'll do guarantee the weekend. Bournemouth versus Brentford. Jay, obviously last time out, we mentioned briefly earlier, disappointing defeat and performance really against Arsenal. You're away here, but you're against a team where, yes, they've been better in the last 4 games, but you expect to get 3 points here, surely.
Do you know what? Earlier, I was thinking about it, and I was of that train of thought. I thought they've kind of turned it around since Parker left. Maybe Parker was the reason. Maybe Mark Hill got something right in his life, and Parker is a really shit manager. But I think sometimes just a bit of positivity in the team can change results. And they drew with Wolves, who can't buy a goal when they play fairly good football, but yeah, they just can't score. They drew away to Newcastle, was a pretty good result, and they beat Forest, who are pretty fucking average, in my opinion. And haven't rated them, even when people are going, yeah, I think Forest will stay up ages ago. I said they'd go straight down. So, yeah, they've had some okay results. But, yeah, I think we're in a place this year where there's been a few errors in games, and that's probably why we haven't got more points. But we've got a pretty good point score, scored plenty of goals. Obviously, Arsenal just turned us over. That's the first game this year where I think we just weren't at it in both halves because I thought we'd get better in the second half, and we just fucking didn't. So yeah, I can't see us not winning. We'll definitely concede because we always fucking concede. But I think we'll get 3 goals. So I think it's going to be 3-1. Maybe they get 3-2. But I think we're going to win 3-1.
And I know you said your score prediction, but just regarding the formation and team, do you reckon he'll go back to 4-3-3, a bit attacking?
Yeah, away at Bournemouth, I think we'll go 4-3-3. I was a bit surprised he did it against Arsenal. Like I wasn't. Me and you spoke about it. Like we kind of knew he does do this against stronger teams, but he didn't do it against United. He did go 4-3-3, so I think that was a bit of our. Did he? I can't remember actually. I'm sure he did.
Well, to be fair, Jake, you said stronger teams, didn't you? And I mean, it's Man United right now.
Well, yeah.
Listen, they're going to beat Man City on Sunday. Leave them alone.
Why the women playing as well?
Carry on, Jay.
Where were we? But yeah, I think we'll win. Whatever.
Yeah, you think you'll win. What about Damsgaard? Do you reckon he'll get a start first one?
He had a really good game. Started for Denmark. I can't see him starting. I think he'll go with Wissa and Mbeumo up top, and then in the middle. Hopefully he doesn't start Baptiste because it's pissing me off. I think Norgard's still injured, so it'll be Janelt, Jensen and De Silva. And then defence is a bit of a fuck nose, to be honest, because Rico and Scottish lad, can't even remember his name.
Hickey.
Yeah, that's the one. They're definitely on the full-back positions. Ben Mee has been our probably second best player this season, so he definitely starts. Does Pontus start? Ayer's back, who we paid a lot of money for. Good player. I didn't think he had a good game last game, but Pinnock played before at the beginning of the international break. So how far away is he? I don't know. So I can't decide between the centre backs because Janssen is going to have his day eventually. Because Pinnock is definitely a better player. Ben Mee's performing better at the moment, even though he's a bit older. And obviously Ayer's younger, and we paid fucking loads for him.
And just one more thing before I go to everyone else. Ivan Toney obviously got a call up, didn't feature, but how much confidence will that bring him to come back to the club now and give him that confidence? I know he didn't play, but he's still going to bring from confidence.
Yeah, I think going away and playing with better players and training with them, no offense to my own team, but obviously England are the creme de la creme, aren't they, of players in the country, or they should be. How they're managed and coach throughout a game, which is poorly, is irrelevant. He's still training with those players and seeing little hints and tips. It's like everything in life. You're always learning, aren't you? No matter how good he is, he's gone and learned something off of the other players that he's playing around. So
I'm sure he enjoyed having a kick about with the boys.
Fucking hell. Someone was going to say it.
It's funny that they just reused
it. Be a fucking Tottenham fan. Fucking Rafa Benitez. Yeah, no, fair enough. Yeah, when you go and train with Harry Kane, we can sack Harry Kane all you want, but Harry Kane's a great player. So if you get something off of him, it's going to give confidence. I'll just get thoughts of everyone else before I go to the guarantee of the weekend. I'll start with you, Carl. Bournemouth going down, and are they going down? And do you reckon Brentford can get a result here?
This game really doesn't interest me one bit. No offense, it doesn't. Yeah, Bournemouth are the punching bag of the Premier League at the minute. I don't see a changing anytime soon. I expect Brentford to come away with a clean victory and Ivan Toney to bag a brace.
Horace, what do you reckon about this one?
Anything less than that, and I'll be gunning for you.
Yeah.
What do you reckon, Horace?
I think Brentford will win this 2-1 for me. I think Brentford have been good this season, so I think they'll beat Bournemouth 2-1 for me.
Jordan.
Yeah, I mean, I was in a discussion with someone the other day who thought that the bottom three, Bournemouth would stay up, and it would be Everton, Villa, and Leeds that got relegated this season. It's got to be and someone agreed with him. It's got to be the weirdest bottom three prediction I've heard all year. I still think Bournemouth are absolutely doomed.
Covering the cracks, really.
3-0, 3-1, maybe 3-1. Bournemouth pinch a goal, but I'd be surprised if they win this game. Or draw.
Luke?
Yeah, I think it's nothing but a Brentford win. I've done a prediction earlier, 2-1 Brentford. Whether Bournemouth do score or not, I don't know. I think Brentford are capable of leaking goals, but can't see any more than one going in. Also, I want to make a point. If Spurs somehow lose to Brentford, I won't be doing another live this season.
Wouldn't be too much of a bad thing. Also,
it's never going to stop.
That prediction, yeah, Jack, if you lose to Brentford and you're going to get it in the art, he's going to fuck you over on live. Anytime they beat anyone, Jay gives it. Also, you said you did a prediction, which you were late with. Anyway.
I sounded like Horace, so I just got out of bed.
I think, obviously, listen, all jokes aside, like Brentford, they're not a top 6 side, but I think Bournemouth are just covering the cracks. I think Brentford scored too many goals. I think they're a scoring team, and I think they'll just have a field day. I think they'll win this one 3-0. I think it's an easy win, personally. But yeah, so obviously, guarantee the weekend. Obviously, I'm going to start with Horace because he surely got to back his side. What is your guarantee of the weekend?
My guarantee of the weekend, I think.
Well, it's got to be what you think. It's got to be United, surely. Confident. Come on.
Guarantee of the weekend for me, I think United will beat City.
Silence tells it all. I'll go to you, Luke. Guarantee the weekend.
I'm going to go for either a penalty or a red card in the North London derby.
That's a good shout, to be fair. Jordan, guarantee the weekend.
I do want to just give an honourable mention to Haaland just breaking Man United. But for me, it's got to be, the old reliable Kane to score in the North London derby. You can pretty much put your house on that every season.
Yeah, he does score. Yeah, fair enough. Carl?
Same thing as Luke, really, but I'll go one better. There will be a sending off in either of the North London or Manchester derbies.
Jay?
Who are Leicester playing?
Forest
Monday.
at home. Forest at home. They're playing Forest and they're at home.
I don't think they'll lose that. I was going to say a manager to be sacked after this weekend. Maybe Gerrard, maybe Rodgers, but I don't think Leicester will lose. So guaranteed a weekend is City to win.
Easy one, really. I've got 2 because I'm the host. I do what I want. Fulham and Newcastle to draw. And Haaland to bum rate Martinez. Very much. Also, that's a guarantee of the weekend as well. So
Also, if he's going to bum rate him, he'll have to crouch down.
Thank you, Munzi. Thank you, guys. I won't go to the 2 top boys because they always moan when I go to them where to find them. You can find Jay and Luke on the channel. They will be back next week. I'll start with you, Jordan. Tell people where we can find you and what shows you do.
Yeah, you can find me on Twitter at Jordan_NBA. Obviously, judging by the handle, I do predominantly basketball content. Also do the End of the Bench show on Monday Talks. And then, every Wednesday night. So we're back to weekly shows, 8:30. And we'll just go for usually an hour or an hour and a half.
Thank you, Jordan. Where can we find you, Mr. Man United win?
You can find me at Oris Football on YouTube. I'll be doing a match reaction when Martinez pockets Haaland on Sunday, so make sure you tune into that. Big up Munzi. Obviously, you never asked me on your show. So, with that comment, I was never asked on. You never asked me or Graham, so pipe down. Yeah, Oris Football on YouTube, Oris on Instagram. But, big up everyone here.
One place you won't find him
Oris
is
chose violence today. He chose violence after he had a bit of crack, and that's why he said United. Carl, where can we find you, buddy?
Yeah, you can find me on Twitter at KBSports31. You can also find my YouTube channel, KB Sports. I talk a lot about Patriots and Arsenal. I've just recently put up the latest video from the New England Patriots loss against the Baltimore Ravens this week. If you have sensitive ears, be very, very careful while watching it. And obviously I'll contribute to Monday Talks and that. And for the first time for my channel, I will be doing a vlog because obviously I will be going to the Saints-Vikings game at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium on Sunday with my mate who is a Cleveland Browns fan. So very much looking forward to that. Look forward to get very drunk and spend the evening just watching NFL. So it'll be absolutely fantastic. And you'll probably get a match reaction out of me probably on Monday for the Arsenal-Spurs game, depending what the result is.
Yeah, cheers, Carl. I'm going to the game on the 30th, Jacksonville, Denver. I went to Tottenham Hotspur last year. It's a nice stadium, to be fair. I'll give it credit.
It's a good atmosphere.
It is a good stadium, but it does remind me, a little, a lot of it is very similar to Arsenal because, you know, they try and mimic our success, but they still haven't won anything in, 13 years? So, you know, fuck Tottenham.
You've still got about the same amount of payoff as us, haven't you?
Listen, you know, it's been a good show. I really appreciate everyone coming back on. You know, it's been good to see some people I haven't seen in a while. It's good that, you know, Jay actually showed up on time. It's good that Oris came back on the channel and gave us his honest opinion about the Manchester derby. We respect all your opinion, Oris, but we will be calling the medics to get you some help because, like I said, when Haaland absolutely bum rapes Martinez and Varane, it's not going to be pretty. But you never know. We could be wrong. I'm sure if we are wrong, you'll give it to us. Thank you again for Carl, Luke and Jordan for coming on. I really appreciate it. Is there anything else anyone wants to mention before we go?
Nah.
Oris gone now. Oris is gone.
He's had enough of getting his bum fucked.
Thank you, guys, and I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.
See you.